I've actually been quite nervous about it. I would never want to be with anyone else. I couldn't sleep when we were apart. My love, what I have found with you is the great love that I always hoped existed.
In the glamorous and tumultuous world of Hollywood, the long-standing friendship between George Clooney and Julia Roberts has remained a subject of enduring fascination. But behind the stage lights and fan admiration, what does this relationship mean for the most important woman in George's life, Amal Clooney? With her charm, intelligence, and sharp wit, Amal is not only an icon of intellect but also a steadfast, supportive wife. Yet behind that serene exterior, could there be a hint of jealousy? Or is she genuinely at ease with this friendship? Amal, a strong and resilient woman, must navigate the unique experience of having a husband with a decades-long bond with a famous leading lady. Does she fully trust and embrace this friendship, or does it occasionally spark deep conversations between the couple? Hit subscribe now and join us as we explore what Amal Clooney might truly feel about George Clooney's special relationship with Julia Roberts. Amal's feelings toward George and Julia's friendship. Few people may truly understand how Amal Clooney feels about her husband George's close and unique friendship with actress Julia Roberts. For any woman, accepting such a deep connection might not be easy, especially when that friend is an incredibly talented and alluring star. Initially, upon learning of the close bond between her husband George Clooney and Julia Roberts, Amal couldn't avoid some complex emotions. The story between George and Julia began years before she entered his life, with a friendship that has seemingly remained unwavering over time. Julia's fame and charm are enough to catch anyone's attention, especially when she stands beside someone as captivating as George. For Amal, Julia's prominence was only one of the factors that made her feel a mix of curiosity and uncertainty about this long-standing friendship. However, Amal is a confident and intelligent woman. Unlike what others might feel in a similar situation, Amal chose not to let these emotions affect her relationship. When she first met Julia through George, she felt a positive impression of Julia's genuine and friendly personality. Amidst a glamorous world where things often stay superficial, Julia exuded a rare warmth, helping Amal feel more at ease. Though the initial unfamiliarity couldn't be entirely avoided, Amal gradually realized that Julia was not a threat, but a valuable friend to George. Amal sensed that, while George and Julia's friendship might appear close and intimate, it remained a pure bond founded on mutual respect. Rather than viewing their relationship with suspicion, she chose to trust George, a man who consistently displays clarity and honesty in all he does. With her strength and understanding, Amal came to see that George and Julia's friendship went beyond what others might imagine. Julia was not merely a colleague or friend, but someone who actively supported and celebrated the couple's happiness. Trusting deeply in George's love, Amal was unaffected by outside speculation. Instead, she valued this friendship as an irreplaceable part of her husband's life. Julia, in turn, showed genuine affection for Amal, considering her a true friend and respecting George's marriage. This mutual respect has helped the three of them build a harmonious and enduring relationship. Let's take a look back at the journey George and Julia have shared to better understand why their friendship is so unique. From their early days together to the memorable experiences they've had both on screen and in real life. The enduring friendship between George and Julia. The relationship between George Clooney and Julia Roberts is more than a typical friendship. It's a rare, lasting connection between two of Hollywood's most iconic stars. When they first met on the set of Ocean's 11 in 2000, no one could have predicted that this friendship would span more than 2 decades, weathering the ups and downs of life and the ever-changing tides of Hollywood. For two such prominent stars, their bond isn't just about a good working rapport, but a deep friendship built on mutual respect and understanding. George once shared that when he first met Julia, they instantly clicked. From laughter to their working style, they found a companion in each other. someone they could tease and joke with freely, without boundaries. Julia, then at the height of her career following the success of Erin Brockovich, was a major star with a spirited and humorous personality. She brought George a sense of familiarity, allowing him to open up about the deeper aspects of his life. Julia's genuineness made George feel he had found someone he could truly trust in the complex world of Hollywood. When Julia was pregnant with twins in 2004, George revealed a side of himself rarely seen by others. Known for his playful spirit and on-set pranks, he switched to caring friend mode as soon as Julia needed rest and support. George frequently checked in on Julia's health, helping her feel comfortable during the long filming days of Ocean's 12. Julia once shared that George was one of the few friends in Hollywood she could fully trust, not just someone to laugh with, but also someone willing to listen and support her when needed. In the years that followed, they not only shared the screen, but also sustained a close bond off-camera. George and Julia often spent time together at George's famous villa by Lake Como in Italy. This became a retreat for Julia, a place of peace away from Hollywood, and a setting where she experienced a genuine friendship with George, free from the spotlight. Julia's family visits to Lake Como became treasured memories, where they shared warm moments, relaxed afternoons by the lake, and hearty laughter amidst serene surroundings. Each time they teamed up on set, George and Julia grew to understand and appreciate one another more. They not only supported each other in their careers, but also became life companions, ready to share joys and sorrows. Remarkably, even after many years, their friendship has only deepened. George once joked that he couldn't live without Julia on screen. And perhaps that sentiment holds true in real life as well. Romantic rumors. In the entertainment world, close friendships between men and women, especially among famous stars, often become prime targets for rumors. Given George Clooney and Julia Roberts' enduring and public friendship, it's no surprise that the media and the public frequently speculate about the true nature of their relationship. Romantic rumors have surrounded the two since they first worked together on Ocean's 11 and have persisted over the years. Every time George and Julia appear together, whether in interviews, events, or simply enjoying light-hearted moments off camera, the rumors reignite, leaving people wondering if there's more to their bond than just friendship. Over the years, George and Julia's approach to handling these rumors has become an entertaining aspect of their friendship. Rather than denying or pushing back against the speculation, they often use humor and wit to deflect it. George, known for his playful personality, has joked that if Julia weren't linked to him, the public might feel disappointed. Julia, too, has joined in on the jokes, sometimes adding to the fun as a light-hearted way to dispel doubts. To them, the rumors aren't something to worry about, but simply a part of the celebrity life, something they are both used to and can turn into an inside joke between friends. One moment that caused a stir among fans was the famous kissing scene in Ticket to Paradise. In this film, George and Julia play ex-spouses who team up to prevent their daughter's marriage. Filming the kissing scene took them 80 takes, not due to lack of professionalism, but because they kept bursting into laughter whenever they were close. For George and Julia, this kiss was less about romance and more of a challenge in their friendship, as they knew each other so well that staying serious was nearly impossible. Julia even joked that kissing George was like kissing a best friend, making it difficult to film the scene seamlessly. Amal, who witnessed the scene, felt neither worried nor uneasy. As a confident and understanding woman, she knew that George and Julia's friendship was pure and sincere. Amal trusts her husband and understands that such scenes are simply part of his work. This strong bond of trust and understanding between Amal and George has helped their love remain steady, unshaken by baseless rumors from the media. Another memorable moment was Julia's attendance at George's 2022 Kennedy Center Honors celebration. She appeared in a dress adorned with photos of George, a gesture that was both humorous and affectionate, showcasing their deep, enduring friendship. When Julia stepped out in her George-inspired dress, the audience not only saw her humor, but also the heartfelt tribute she paid to her close friend. Amal, seated in the audience, laughed and applauded, showing no sign of jealousy or discomfort. This moment affirmed that George and Julia's friendship is respected and warmly accepted by the most important woman in his life. Amal has also taken time to get to know Julia and form a friendship of her own. Not as a glamorous Hollywood queen, but as a genuine, down-to-earth friend, Julia respects the relationship between George and Amal. The natural bond between Amal and Julia has helped Amal feel more at ease, and over time, Julia has transitioned from being her husband's friend to becoming a cherished friend to Amal as well. This connection has allowed Amal to view the friendship with optimism and ease. Amal not only observes but actively contributes to subtly dispelling the rumors. She openly shares joyful family moments, vacations with George and their children, and intimate gatherings with mutual friends. These warm images serve not only as a quiet affirmation of their happy marriage, but as a reminder that her love for George is unwavering and unbreakable. Amal doesn't feel the need to provide explanations, as her confidence and calm speak volumes, subtly signaling to the public that nothing can shake her trust in her husband. Amal has shown that in a marriage with a famous partner, sometimes the most important thing is steadfast trust and a calm demeanor when facing any challenges. Her calm attitude and wise handling have allowed George the freedom to maintain his relationships while reinforcing her role as a dependable life partner and a great source of encouragement. Meanwhile, despite the constant barrage of media rumors, George and Julia's friendship remains unaffected. Instead, they choose to face rumors with humor and mutual trust, keeping their bond strong and untainted by outside chatter. For George and Julia, being together and sharing meaningful, joyful moments remains the most important thing. And that is why their relationship has been able to withstand the test of Hollywood storms. The journey of love and marriage between Amal and George. The love story between George Clooney and Amal Alamuddin began like a fairy tale, a renowned star and a brilliant, accomplished lawyer. Before meeting Amal, George was the epitome of a charming bachelor, a man content with his freedom, never expecting to marry again. But when Amal entered his life, intelligent, independent, and unlike anyone he had ever met, she completely transformed his world, making him, for the first time, envision a lifetime with someone. Their first encounter took place in 2013 at George's home by Lake Como in Italy, during a gathering with friends. From the very first moment, George was captivated by Amal's confidence and poise. She was not only beautiful, but also incredibly sharp, and George felt as if he had found a true soulmate. He confided to his friends that Amal was extraordinary, someone unlike any woman he had known. For the first time, George felt genuinely challenged and inspired, both intellectually and emotionally. Their romance progressed quickly yet profoundly. George began to transform from a man who once declared he would never marry into someone deeply in love, ready to embrace marriage. 1 year after their meeting, George proposed to Amal over a private dinner. He prepared her favorite meal, lit candles, and delivered a heartfelt, unexpected proposal. George has shared that the moment Amal said yes was one of the happiest of his life. For a man who cherished his freedom, proposing to Amal was a defining moment, marking his readiness to devote his life to her. In September 2014, the couple married in Venice, Italy, a romantic, warm, and elegant celebration with close friends and family. Amal's wedding dress, a refined creation by designer Oscar de la Renta, became an icon, drawing admiration and awe from the public. With a radiant smile, Amal entered George's life as if they had been destined for each other. Their wedding was not only a luxurious event, but a powerful statement that George had found the love of his life. After marriage, George and Amal not only became a picture-perfect couple, but also an incredible pairing in spirit and shared purpose. Amal continued her work as a human rights lawyer, advocating on major international issues, from defending prisoners' rights to fighting for women's rights and justice for the oppressed around the world. George, once celebrated for his carefree roles and lifestyle, now stood steadfastly by Amal, even joining her in various humanitarian and charitable endeavors. Together they crafted an image of a couple known not only for their fame, but for their positive impact on society. In 2017, when Amal was expecting twins, Ella and Alexander, their lives turned a new page. George, who once thought he would never be a father, found pure joy in caring for his growing family. He shared that becoming a father helped him realize the deeper values of life and transformed him entirely. The images of George savoring peaceful moments with his family at their Lake Como villa have become a symbol of happiness and fulfillment. Despite the pressures from media scrutiny and persistent rumors, it is their unwavering trust and intense love that have helped them overcome all obstacles. Amal and George have always maintained a special respect for each other's personal space, allowing each to pursue their passions and careers freely. George wholeheartedly supports Amal in her demanding work as a lawyer, admiring her resilience and courage as she fights for justice. In turn, Amal understands the life of a renowned actor like George and stands by him, whether it's through his work or close friendships. Now, after many years together, George and Amal are not only a Hollywood power couple, but also a model of a happy, inspiring marriage. They are living proof that love can conquer all obstacles, even the preconceptions and challenges posed by fame and public life. With the values they have built together, from family happiness to community dedication, George and Amal have created a beautiful, meaningful love story in the ever-changing world of Hollywood. Julia's reaction to George and Amal's marriage. As one of George Clooney's closest friends, Julia Roberts witnessed his unexpected journey from being a well-known bachelor to falling deeply in love with Amal Alamuddin. Before Amal came into his life, Julia was used to seeing George as a cheerful, easygoing man with no thoughts of marriage. So when George began sharing about the woman who had changed his life, Julia couldn't hide her surprise, but above all, she felt immense happiness for her friend. Julia recalls that George seemed like a different person when he talked about Amal. His eyes would light up whenever he mentioned her, and Julia could sense that Amal had brought a profound, positive influence into his life. George had found not only a romantic partner, but also an intellectual and compassionate companion. To Julia, this was a clear sign that George had found true love. She noted that Amal had helped him become a better version of himself, bringing balance and peace to his life. From the start of George and Amal's relationship, Julia was wholeheartedly supportive. She often expressed admiration for Amal, whom she described as both brilliant and gracious. Julia knew that George needed someone who could challenge and understand him deeply, and Amal was precisely that person. For Julia, it was precious and rare that George had found someone not only beautiful, but also intelligent and compassionate. Julia was one of the first to know about George's intention to propose. She was moved by her friend's sincerity and determination, knowing that the man who once took pride in his freedom was now ready to commit his life to one woman. When George finally proposed to Amal, Julia understood that he had found the person he truly wanted to be with. Although she couldn't attend George and Amal's wedding in Venice due to work commitments, Julia sent her blessings from afar, wishing them a long and happy marriage. In the years since, Julia has felt a deep sense of joy seeing George so fulfilled with his life partner. Every time she sees George, Julia shows her respect and affection for Amal, not only seeing her as George's wife, but also as a genuine friend. Julia has never felt threatened by Amal's presence. Instead, she believes that Amal has brought happiness and completeness to George. In Julia's eyes, Amal is not just a wife, but a wonderful friend who has given George a meaningful and joyous life. The love journey of George Clooney and Amal Alamuddin is not merely a romantic story between a leading movie star and a talented human rights lawyer. It is also a journey of discovery, understanding, and building trust, qualities that have helped them withstand the pressures of fame and endless public speculation. From the first moment they met, George knew that Amal was not only a life partner, but someone who would change him forever. With Amal, George let go of his bachelor image and found true happiness with his own small family. At the same time, George's longtime friendship with Julia Roberts is unlike many other professional relationships in Hollywood. Their friendship has surpassed all barriers and stereotypes to become a genuine, pure, and precious connection. Julia is not only a close friend to George, but also a staunch supporter and protector of his happiness. She rejoiced when George found love and quickly built a strong relationship with Amal, creating a close-knit and trustworthy circle of friendship among the three. The story of George, Amal, and Julia is special because of the respect and affection each person has for one another. Amal not only loves George, but also respects and understands his special friendship with Julia. Julia, in turn, admires Amal and has found a new friend in her, someone who shares in the joy of life with George. Their relationship transcends love and friendship. It is a rare harmony where each person supports and enriches the lives of the others. If you have been captivated by this story, share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue with us as we uncover more heartfelt stories from the ever-changing world of Hollywood. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Goodbye.